If someone tells you don't buy BTO flat, run far. Not because BTO flats are perfect, and not because everyone should buy one, but because anyone giving this blanket advice without understanding your finances, risk tolerance, and life situation can be misleading and dangerous. In this video, we'll explore the real reason why people tell you not to buy a BTO flat. And here's the thing, it's not what you think. We'll uncover the hidden incentive behind this property advice and expose the dangerous myth that could lead you down a path of financial stress and regret. But that's not all. I will also share with you the one exception where buying a BTO flat could become a financial nightmare. So watch till the end. Hi friends, if you're new to my channel, my name is Kenneth, an ex-police officer with 17 years of real estate experience. And in this video, we'll discuss the common advice, don't buy a BTO flat, and why it's crucial to take a closer look at this blanket statement. Drawing from my 17 years of real estate experience, we'll break down the reason behind this statement and potential pitfalls to watch out for, and how to determine if a BTO flat is the right choice for you. Now let's go. A few years back, I met this family of 5, couple with 3 kids. They stayed in a private property, a freehold boutique development, 1-bedder unit in the east. Going back 5 to 6 years before they bought this property, the couple was still newlywed without any kids. They were planning on getting their first home to build a family. Just a normal, ordinary family, both were civil servants with decent and healthy income. At that time, they were also considering a HDB 4-room or 5-room BTO flat. Somehow they were influenced by a housing agent who told them they should get a private property instead, suggesting that they could potentially make more money. So they decided to buy a private property. And due to budget constraints, they could only afford a 1-bedder unit, about 500 square feet. Fast forward 5 to 6 years after they bought the 1-bedder, they had 3 kids. That 1-bedroom unit could no longer serve their needs. Plus the money maintenance fee was around 500 per month. And the worst part, the property didn't appreciate. They sold the place for about the same price they bought it, but it was a loss for them. Why? Stamp duty, interest on the housing loan, high maintenance fee, and not forgetting that by staying in a private property, they didn't get to enjoy some incentive given by the government. After they sold this 1-bedder, they got a HDB 4-room resale flat in the north side. Plus, they got the proximity housing grant, PHG, for staying near their parents. The price was lower than that 1-bedroom unit. Now, if they have gotten a BTO flat back then, the flat prices would have probably gone up by 30 to 40%, and they would be in a much better financial position to upgrade their home. And this story illustrates why a blanket advice like don't buy a BTO flat can be so dangerous. It doesn't take into account your unique situation, your financial situation, and long-term needs. Now let's compare some actual BTO and resale prices to understand the potentials of BTO flat. According to February 2026 BTO exercise, a 4-room BTO flat in Sembawang starts from 304k excluding grant. In contrast, the resale price for a 4-room flat in the same area is about 585,000 to 675,000. In a mature estate like Toa Payoh, a 4-room BTO starts from 455,000, while a resale flat are 850,000 to 1.09 million. And in prime location like Redhill, a 4-room BTO is priced from 563k without grant. The resale flat going for 915k to 1.135 million. As you can see, BTO flat offer a significant lower entry point with high potential for appreciation. And of course, the actual gain will depend on many factors, but this comparison shows why dismissing BTO flat outright can be a mistake. Now let's be real, when a housing agent tells you not to buy a BTO flat, there could be hidden agenda at play. Commission. Now I'm not saying that all agents are like that, but let's not kid ourselves here. The incentive is there, and it definitely influences the advice you get. So when an agent starts pushing you towards private property without even asking about your financial situation, you've got to stop and think, who's really benefiting from here? Is this advice actually tailored to your needs and goals? Or is it more about the potential commission? You may or may not know, that same agent who tells you BTO flat is a bad idea, they're also the one who often advise you to upgrade your house after fulfilling minimum occupation period. Suddenly, that BTO flat looked pretty attractive to them. Why? Because now you have gotten a property that appreciated in value, and financially you're in a strong position to upsize. But here's the thing, they conveniently forget that BTO is where got you to the position in the first place, and it's what allowed you to enter the private property market without overstretching yourself to build equity and stability over time. Without that foundation, upgrading might not even be an option for some people. So next time an agent tells you don't buy a BTO flat, take a step back. Are they really trying to understand your unique situation, your financial reality, your long-term plans? Or are they making assumptions based on generalization and potential commissions? Remember, your housing decision is personal. It should be based on your own careful thinking about your finances, your risk tolerance, and life plans. Don't let an agent agenda or assumption push you off course. But there's one scenario where BTO flat can turn into a financial nightmare, especially for couples. If you are married or engaged, you need to be aware of this before you commit a BTO flat. When you are in love and planning your future together, a BTO flat can seem like the perfect start. You're building a home and life with your partner. But what happens if things don't go as planned? If your relationship takes a turn for the worse and you find yourself facing a divorce before you have reached the minimum occupation period, you could lose everything. Your eligibility to own the flat, your down payment, your stamp duty, all gone. In these cases, you might not even be allowed to sell the flat on the open market. You could be forced to surrender it back to HDB, often for less than what you have put in. And that's not even counting the interest that you have paid on your housing loan or the money you have used from your CPF. If your renovation loan is still active, you need to continue paying for that too. And it is a devastating blow, both emotionally and financially. I'm not trying to discourage you, but I think people need to be aware of this. Some couples get married because of the prospect of owning a BTO flat together. But if the relationship foundation isn't strong, it could lead to a disaster. Unfortunately, some are going through this right now. So here's my advice. If you're considering a BTO flat with your partner, make sure you're doing it for the right reason. Make sure your relationship is built on a solid foundation of love, trust, and shared values. Don't rush into a commitment just for the sake of a flat. And if you are already married or engaged, cherish and nurture your relationship. Invest in your partnership just as much as you invest in your home. Because at the end of the day, a house is just a physical structure, but a strong and healthy relationship, and that's the true foundation of a happy home. There's no standard answer to whether a BTO flat is right for you. It comes down to your individual circumstances, your financial health, relationship stability, and long-term aspiration. If a BTO flat fits your needs and you are ready for decommitment, it can be a powerful tool for building your future. But if you're financially more comfortable and private property can better meet your aspiration and goal, explore it. Your home should reflect your values and readiness, not someone else's agenda. Trust yourself, do your due diligence, and make the choice that is right for you and your family. By the way, I did another video about budgeting for your next home, which you can watch here. My name is Kenneth, and I'll see you in my next video.